everybody, this is Ostuni, and this is kind of a spur-of-the-moment video, so you'll have to forgive me if I ramble on just a little bit, but I just kind of got thinking to myself I wanted to make some Warframe content, and something relevant and cool that would probably hold up to the test of time, so I decided that I would actually list off 5 things that I think would be pretty cool to add to the Fashionframe community. However, I'm going to let you guys know that this is in no particular order, so I don't really have a preference on exactly which ones would happen or not happen, just as long as some of them may happen in the future. So, first thing I would actually recommend, and I'll have like maybe text pop up or something like that to make it seem a little bit fancier. I think one thing that we really need is we need to have the ability to adjust the placement of our primary and our secondary weapons as well. We got that with the bow prime, and I think it's really only a matter of time before we see that with secondary and primary weapons, so I'm pretty sure that that's going to be a thing. Particularly something like a bow or something like that. See where I actually have my quiver under there, and that's cool for me, but that might not be cool for somebody else. So that would be pretty awesome if they could actually wind up doing that in the future. I think it's coming at some point. They're probably just working out the kinks. DE, you guys are awesome. If you want to like my video and say that I have some cool ideas, let me know. That'd be fucking sweet. Rebecca's hot. And let's see, the second point 2, I know I'm going through these pretty quick. Point 2 is actually something along the same vein, but I want to show you an example of what I mean so that you guys get an idea of where I'm coming from. Okay, so here's Oberon and everything, right? Now let's say you don't have Oberon Prime, or what if you like, let's say, how about his, Flary skin? Alright, so yeah. So if you take a look at, like, the armor on the legs, it's kind of small, and there are a couple of skins that actually make certain armor pieces look smaller. Basically, what I'm trying to get at is a good addition would be to be able to scale the armor pieces that you can put on your Warframe, like the chest piece and all these would be pretty cool, and even have the ability to actually rotate certain pieces, especially like on the shoulders. Like, this is pretty close, but just imagine being able to move it just over just a little bit and like rotate it just a tad to get it just to that sweet spot that you want it to get to, because I think that would be like the ultimate in Fashionframe, to get it exactly where you want. Now, the thing is, though, is that I'm not sure...
A new alert has begun. It will be marked on navigation.
Fuck you, Lotus. God damn it. The thing about it is that I can only see this as a problem because, like, you would have to put in a whole bunch of different variables in order for everything to appear on everybody else's end. I'm not sure if it would even appear on everybody else's end as far as if they'd be able to see what you could see, but I think it's more of a personal touch kind of thing. That would be kind of cool. So yeah, that's kind of an interesting concept. I hope that that's something that is coming in the future. So yeah, that would be pretty cool. Another thing that I think would be really interesting is, number 3, is the ability to put sigils on any part of your Warframe, whether it be the helmet, the arm, or the leg, who knows? Because I think here's an example of like a really common thing that I think a lot of people would probably sympathize with, and feel free to disagree with me if you want, especially in the comments. Let me know how you think this idea would be pretty well implemented. I'll use the scar as an example. Now, wouldn't that be cool if you could put the scar along your Warframe's arm? I think that'd be pretty cool. Things like that would be pretty awesome. And while we're talking about that same vein of things, we would probably need maybe one more actual sigil slot. That would be pretty awesome. Let's see. Another thing that I think would be pretty cool, number 4, is the ability to actually choose like certain little shaders and materials for certain colors for certain parts of the weapons. Like, for instance, you see how the Cyberus Prime right here actually has this metallic silver. What if you want the barrel to actually be that color? Or what if you want the whole weapon to be that color? Or what if you want the whole gun to be matte finish so it has no gleam to it? Like, I think that would be a pretty awesome thing. Like, you could even do something along the lines of, like, imagine this. Imagine if you had like a battle damage slider that you could slide, and like as you slid it up, it would actually like get like little scratches and dings and stuff like that, like as far as the textures on the weapon. I think that would be pretty cool. Let's see. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. I just need to remember what this last one is, because I had something really good for it. I just need just a second, guys. Just a second. I've been going through this pretty quick, and now I just don't know what it is. And I'm trying to say, hold on. Alright, guys. I'm back, and I remembered what number 5 is. And number 5 is something that I can only give a very couple of select examples of, and Oberon actually does fit this perfectly. So, I think it would be cool if we actually got the ability to maybe have the ability to customize certain aspects, certain visual aspects of our powers for our actual Warframe. Now, Oberon's a perfect example of this, because depending on what energy color you give him, his foliage for hollowed ground will actually change. Another example kinda is Chroma. I mean, his powers actually change, but this would be kind of appearance-wise. Like, what if you got a pack for, let's say, Excalibur, and and his last power actually had a more physical version of his sword, and not so much just kind of an energy sword? What if you chose Wukong and you could get a more primed out version of his special staff? Let's see, another example would actually be, and I got this Warframe today, so maybe seeing a video about that pretty soon, about the song that I have for her, Octavia. Her, let's see, let me make sure I'm getting the name of this right. Her Resonator Rollerball, you could customize that and have like a couple of extra little like doodads on it, or maybe a different skin or something like that. I think that would be like the next step as far as like really getting into your Warframe, because like it's cool and everything that you can look at a Warframe like just spot on and like know like, oh, this is pretty cool, all the stuff on it. But whenever your powers start to look really cool and different and like specialized, I think that would be just fucking awesome. But that's going to be it for this video. I may actually have more ideas about certain stuff later on. I've got another video in mind, and it's more than likely going to be some things that I would like to see from Syndicate. So, if you guys want to leave suggestions for something that you guys would like to see in Syndicate, I'll probably list that off if I get enough responses. And question of the day is pretty simple. What are some things that you would like to see as far as Fashionframe community? Any new features that you would like to see? Any options that you think would really help you be able to customize your Warframe a lot better? Let me know in the comments below. That's what this whole motherfucking thing is all about. But thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. This is Ostuni signing off. Grrr!